You've been waiting for me and I'm waiting too. In my imagination, I'll be all up for you. I know you got that fever for me, honey. What's up, y'all? My name is Atewe. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are giving you all a dual angle here. We're just gonna do my brow routine because people have been asking, and honestly, it's really simple. All you need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products, including tools. So basically, you just need 2 products and 3 tools in a sense. We're just gonna dive right in. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. So I have my front facing camera so y'all can see like my whole face and stuff, and then we got the more zoomed in angle to where you can see what I'm doing with my eye, okay? Because I have a habit of bending out of frame while I do my brows, and I'm trying to learn. No, not even while doing my brows, while I'm doing everything basically. So I have planted my seat in the same spot. I am not going to turn off these cameras because I do not have time to reposition them anymore. To start off, this is how I do my brows, y'all, okay? So the products that you'll need: any small compact mirror so you can get like really up and close. You're gonna need a concealer to clean your brows, and then the actual brow products that I like to use are either the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP Ultra Fine Brow Pencil and Styler, or my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, both in the shade black. I am a black brow kind of girl. I don't like soft. Well, my hair is jet black, so wouldn't I want my brows to match, you know? So regardless, I actually ran out of deep black for my brow MVP. I ordered soft black and deep black to like re-up, but I'm just gonna be using the shade black brown for my brow MVP, and then also the NYX Micro Brow Pencil as mentioned, but in the shade black. And I feel like whenever I try like espresso or like lighter shade, they don't show up on me and it pisses me off. Other tools you'll need is a brow brush. I don't really use this end, if y'all can see. I don't really use this end because I don't really use brow pomades unless I want like a strong brow. But I just use this brow for, I use this brush for the spoolie. Spoolie is gonna help you. You can either, you don't have to use a spoolie if you don't want to, but I just like the spoolie to just get my brows in formation before I start applying the brow product. I've noticed that also, if you haven't noticed, my brows are raggedy right now. I have not done them because I shaved off the tails. They're slowly growing back in. I don't know if y'all can see, but they're taking their time with growing back in, and I'm not going to touch them until they fully grow back, okay? So I shaved them off for my Doja Cat recreation video, and I'm low-key stressed because I have a sickening brow shape. I was good. So I'm just gonna let them grow back fully until I'm back in my full thick brow glory, and then I will reshape them again. Okay, so to start off, oh, and also you're gonna need a shaper brush. I don't know what are these called? A flat brush. A flat liner brush in a sense. So I'm going to be using the Morphe M432 brush, and also the brush for the brow brush is the Morphe M413. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take my compact mirror. I'm going to use the spoolie, and then I'm just going to brush the hairs in formation. So I'm starting off at the front. I'm brushing the brow hairs at the front up, and then I'm brushing to the tail out. Like, do y'all see what I'm doing? I'm brushing it out. I'm not brushing it all up because I'm not into that whole furry brow thing yet. Maybe one day, who knows. So now we're gonna dive in with the brow product. I'm gonna go take off both ends of the brow pencil from NYX, twist it up. Am I already done? Okay. I'm going to take the spoolie of this, and then I'm just going to, because this is a bit more stiffer, again, I'm just going to brush my hairs all in formation, and then we are going to fill in the brow, okay? So So I like to start off in the middle so that I can like get my tail ready. I'm just doing light, short strokes. I'm trying so hard not to get out of frame. And then I'm just gonna go above the brow and just create the tail. And these short strokes will help it look like I have actual hair there. I will have hair there soon, but for the moment right now, I do not. So I am going to continue until I get the shape of the tail that I want. And then we will move to the front of the brow. And then I also have a mirror right here so that I can see like my whole face to see how I look. Okay, cool. There's like a little gap here. I don't know if y'all can see, like right here, there's like a little gap, so I'm gonna fill that in. There we go. So I'm just gonna create my tail, and then towards the front, what I like to do is just, let me turn towards this camera. Just do light strokes in a straight line so the brow looks a little bit more structured. Can y'all see how that looks? You see how it's like gradually fading? Like it's gradually, the saturation of the brow in a sense is gradually increasing towards the tail, because you don't want a strong brow starting off right at the front. You'll look crazy. So I'm gonna do that again for above my brow. And then what I like to do is just take the spoolie and then just brush the hair up, so I don't have to add any added product to when in the front, you know. So there's like a little bit of a gap, I can see it, so I'm just gonna like lightly fill them in. Again, I'm doing the line at the front, and then I'm taking the spoolie and then just brushing it up. Boom. So the brow is full, is filled. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a touch up here. There, my brow, she's together. My business like a wedding interview. This is private between you and I. Touch my going to carve the brow. And for that, let me just close off. We're not done with this yet. I like to go in with this afterwards, after everything is carved out, just to be safe. But we're gonna carve our brows now, and for that I'm gonna be taking my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I'm in the shade D500. I'm not putting on a full face, so we're gonna go light. Okay, we don't want the halo brow, so that's why I'm using D500, because it adds like a soft highlight to the brow to where you don't get like a halo effect, you know. So I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand. Just like that much. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me just like, can y'all see that? Ooh. Literally that much. I'm not even gonna use all of it, and I'm gonna take my Morphe M432 brush, just dip it to where the tip of the brow has product. You don't want it all on the brow because we're not cutting our crease. Okay, cool. So then I'm going to start off. Let me get myself in formation. I'm going to start off at the front and do short strokes towards the front, towards the tail. But when I reach the tail, I like to go in like one smooth line. It makes it way easier. I find that if I do the short strokes throughout the entire under part of my brow, it looks weird. And y'all can see I still have I have hairs growing in, but we're gonna cover that. That's what the concealer is for. Okay? And then I'm taking the flat brush and just dragging the product down, so there's not like a huge line of demarcation. Okay? So the under part of my brow, as you can see, is carved out. Then I'm going to dip my brow again, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to do the top of my brow. So I'm just going to lightly just drag it. I don't do the short stroke motions for the top of my brow. Like, as you can see, I don't know if y'all can see, there's like a gap between where my brow is and where I applied the concealer. That is how I do it, because I don't like bringing the concealer too close to the top of my brow, because then that'll allow me to really concentrate where I want the concealer to be, so there's not too much product on top of the brow. So then I'm going to do those short strokes again, but I'm using it to drag out the product. Bringing it closer to the brow, but also dragging it out so we don't get that halo effect. And then what I also like to do is make the brush go vertical and then drag up the product in the front of my brow. So it's still carved out, but it looks more natural, as if there's like hair-like strokes in the front of the brow. I'm just going to continue dragging this out. It usually doesn't take me this long. It's because I'm trying to explain how I do my brows. Usually it takes me like 5 minutes to do my brows. Now that I know what I'm doing, because I used to have very strong brows, because I was using, you know, everybody's first brow product, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I still use it to this day, but I mainly use it for like Halloween looks that require a strong brow. So I'm just dragging the product down. And I lift my brow so that I have more space to drag the product down to. And then I'm going to add a bit more concealer to hide my brow hairs that are acting up, that are starting to grow back in. There. So I have a sharp tail. That is boom. All right, cool. Then, just to make sure that everything is seamless, because we do have a bit of a glow on the brow and we don't want that. So I'm going to take my Morphe M173 brush and I'm just going to use that to buff away any glow. And then I'm also going to use it to push up the concealer in the front of my brow, because that's what I like to do. See that? Cool. And now I'm going to take my spoolie again, my Morphe M413 brush, and I'm just going to use that to get my hairs and leave them where I need them to be. I don't really use brow gel because I feel like brow gel doesn't work. I haven't tried other brow gels other than the ones that other than the Essence one, I think it is, but girl, my brows don't move.
You've been waiting for me and I'm waiting too. In my imagination, I'll be all up on you. I know you got that fever for me, 102. And boy, I know I feel the same out there, but just through the room. If it's a camera up in here, then it's gonna be you with me when I know. If it's a camera up in here, then I best like I just click on YouTube. Run your mouth and brag about your secret rendezvous. I will hunt you down, 'cause baby, I'm up in my business like a wedding interview. This is private between you and I. Touch my
And last but not least, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender. It still has like leftover foundation on it from the last time I put on makeup, and I'm just going to use that to basically dissipate whatever concealer is left on my face that is not attributing to the brows. Because I'm not adding any foundation. I'm just doing my brows. I'm not doing a full beat today. So hello guys, we're all zoomed out. This is the final look. As you can see, there's like no glow. It's just seamless. The brow is done, okay? Period, poo. She is together, okay? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want any other tips and tricks, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Please just like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!